Hello everyone, welcome to our new video. It is the last topic of chapter number 2 actually, as you already know that we have started a video series for the preparation of IST QB exam, and we are almost done with chapter number 2. This gonna be the last topic, which is about the maintenance testing. So what actually is maintenance testing? I will tell you. For example, you have developed a software or a project or a product, and it has gone live, or it is in the or it is given to the customer. Then if any error occurs, any bug is reported from the customer side, then you have to do the maintenance testing. Then, like, just remember one thing about maintenance testing: it is only possible after the release of the software. Maintenance testing actually takes place in a system which is already live, or which is already in the operation. Maintenance testing can be functional, can be non-functional as well. Change related testing that we have seen, retesting or confirmation testing, then regression testing can be a part of maintenance testing. So maintenance testing actually can be due to any reason. We will see in this video what are the triggers for the maintenance testing. When should we do the maintenance testing? So then there is also a thing. For example, if you change the system, like system is live, if you have done some modifications, then you should be very sure that if I have made a change in any module, it could impact the other modules. So you will specify, or you will find out those modules which could be impacted, which could be affected due to the change in due to this new modification. Then you will run the regression testing or retesting on those modules. It is impossible to test the whole software again with your modification. Exhaustive testing is impossible. This we have already seen in the 7 principle of testing. So then we will also see in this video about the impact analysis, how we will find the impact, how we will calculate the impact of changings or maintenance, and then how we will run the regression testing. It is very critical topic in the as far as this maintenance testing is concerned. So we will read it. Once deployed to the production environment, software and system need to be maintained. Changes of the various sorts are almost inevitable in delivered software and system, either to fix defect discovered in the operational use, to add new functionality, or to delete or alter already delivered functionality. Like, there could be many reasons for maintenance testing. For example, in case of, like, you see different updates, in case of Androids, in case of iOS, I will give you an example. We have the regular updates that are the planned maintenance, or the planned maintenance upgrades, planned maintenance testing, planned maintenance, in fact you can say. Then you perform the testing on that. Or there could be some bug or extra bug or some unexpected bug reported by the customer, then you have to fix that bug. It is also comes under the maintenance. Then this term is known as the hot fixes due to the bug which is reported by the customer. Or you can say it was not planned. Actually your plan was like you will do the update in your operating system after 1 month, but you came to know from the customer there is a serious bug in your software. Then you will do the hot fix or unplanned maintenance. So then it is known as hot fix. So there could be many reasons for the maintenance testing. Maintenance is also needed to preserve or improve a non-functional quality characteristic of a component or system over its lifetime, especially performance, efficiency, compatibility, reliability, security, portability. That could be the reason. We will see in detail in the next topic 2.4.1 what are the triggers for maintenance. Like, sometime you have to do the maintenance for the non-functionalities. Your system is not secure, then you do some updates, you make some changes in your system, now it is more secure. Then it is a maintenance. When any changes are made as a part of maintenance testing should be performed. It is very critical. If you have made any changes on the name of maintenance, you have to do the maintenance testing. And here the very important topic of impact analysis come, that we will discuss in detail. Should be performed both to evaluate the success with which the changes were made and to check for the possible side effect, e.g. regressions in part of the system that remain unchanged, which is usually most of the system. Like, if you change a little part, or if you have on the name of maintenance you have made a little change in your module, in your whole product, then you have to be very sure that this change could affect the other part of the system. There could be regressions. Then you have to do the impact analysis. You have to see, like, how much regression testing I needed. Like, I have to run some tests only to be sure that either there are some side effects due to these changes. Maintenance can involve planned releases and unplanned releases. As I've told you, hot fixes. Sometime every company has a plan to release a new version, like say after 6 months. It's a planned maintenance. But if there is a feedback from the customer regarding a bug, then there could be an unplanned release as well. Maintenance releases may require maintenance testing at multiple test level using various test type based on the scope. The scope of maintenance testing depend on the degree of risk of the change. For example, the degree to which the change area of the software communicate with other components of system. Like how much maintenance testing will you do? For example, if you have made a change in a single module which has a very less communication or interfacing with the other modules, you will not have that effect on the whole system. But if you made a change in a module which is very critical, which is communicating with all the other components, then you need to do a higher level of maintenance testing, a lot of maintenance testing. It also depends the size of existing system. It also depends the size of the change. So there are some triggers for the maintenance testing. What does it mean by the triggers? That mean when you know that you have to do the maintenance testing. There are several reasons why software maintenance and thus maintenance testing takes place both for planned and unplanned changes. We classify the trigger for maintenance as follows. The number one is modifications. That is a normal one, like such as plans. For example, when you will do the maintenance, what are the triggers when you have to do the maintenance? The number one is modification, such as the plan enhancement, release based, corrective and emergency changes of the operational environment, such as plan operating system or database upgrade. So there could be many reasons, like you could have planned enhancement, you could have some corrective and emergency changes, you could have some operational environment changes, maybe the code software, the third party software has been changed. You have to again do the maintenance and patches for defects and vulnerabilities, like you are installing some patches, some firewalls to make system more secure as a kind of non-functional testing. So modification is the first trigger for the maintenance testing. The second trigger for the maintenance testing is migration. That could be you could be say migration mean data migration. For example, you are changing your database, you are moving from one database to another, or let's say you are shifting your system from Windows to Linux. You are making some changes, you are doing some migration. Again, you need the maintenance, such as from one platform to another, which can require operational test for the new environment as well as for the change software, or test of data conversion when data from one application will be migrated into the system it maintained. Like data migration, for example, is also a trigger, or migration simply is also a trigger for maintenance testing. For the maintenance, then comes retirement. Like it's a part of migration. Like for example, your product has completed its life, it has been retired, now the migration will occur. But what is actually like what does it mean by migration, like retirement, sorry, what does it mean by retirement? Means your product is out, it has completed its life. But if you see, if this product is retired, the database of the user needs to be saved, because if your product is being retired, then you have to shift the database from the old product to the new product. Or if the this product is completely retired, then you have to save the database, you have to take care of the database of the customer. So such as when an application reaches the end of its life, when an application or system is retired, this can be required testing of data migration or archiving if long data retention period are required. So if you are retiring your product, then still you have to you need to be very careful about the data. Testing, restore, retrieve procedure after archiving for long retention period may also be needed. Regression testing may be needed to ensure that any functionality that remains in the service still works. You also need, if you are there could be many triggers for the maintenance. For Internet of Things system, maintenance testing may be triggered by the introduction of a completely new or modified thing, such as hardware devices and software services into the overall system. As we know, IoT consists of many small components and many small things. So when there is a new change, new hardware or new software being introduced, then again this maintenance testing will be triggered. The maintenance testing for such system places particular emphasis on integration testing at all different levels, e.g. network, application level and security aspects, in particular those relating to the personal data. So there were some triggers for maintenance testing. Now the important topic comes, which is impact analysis. Actually, impact analysis, you can say, is anyhow is very much integrated with the concept of maintenance testing. Like, it helps to understand how our system will be affected if we make a change. Then based on the change we can decide, if we have made a change, then how it will impact. We do an analysis which is called impact analysis. We do an analysis and tell that it could impact these parts of system. Then we have some regression tests that we have all regression test suites or regression test cases that we have already made. Then maybe we need to change those regression tests, and then we tell the customer that we have changed your product, there was some maintenance, and now if you want to do the maintenance testing, it will cost this much, because we have to run, for example, 50% of our regression test to ensure that there are no side effects. Then it is the impact analysis. Like, the goal of the impact analysis is, like, after impact analysis you tell how much regression testing will I need, or how much confirmation testing I will need to confirm that my system is working properly as expected and the change has not affected or has no side effect on the other part of the system. Okay. So impact analysis evaluate the changes that were made for a maintenance release to identify the intended consequences as well as expected and possible side effect of a change, and to identify the areas in the system that will be affected by the change. You basically you identify the areas. Impact analysis can also help to identify the impact of a change on existing test. Like, you have some test suites, you have you have done some changes. Now you do impact analysis and tell, I have to enhance my test cases. So you will add some new test cases. The side effect and affected areas in the system needed to be tested for the regression, possibly after updating any existing test affected by the change. Impact analysis may be done before a change is made to help decide if the change should be made based on the potential consequences in the other areas of the system. Like, normally you can also do the impact analysis before the change is made. Like, it will help you to decide either the change is really needed, otherwise maybe you need to run the many regression tests. You tell the customer it will cost that much. Impact analysis can be difficult if specifications are out of date or missing. Business requirement, user stories, architecture, or epics whatsoever, if all the specifications are missing, no specifications are there, then you cannot do the maintenance testing. Test cases are not documented or are out of date. Like, you have released the product, you don't know the test cases, now you made a change, you want to run the test cases again, but they were not documented, so you cannot run the test cases. Maintenance impact analysis will be difficult. Bidirectional traceability between the test and the test basis has not been maintained. Tool support is weak or non-existent. The people involved do not have domain or system knowledge. Insufficient attention has been paid to the software maintainability during development. There could be many reasons in which impact analysis will be very difficult. So friends, this was everything from chapter number 2. Now we will jump to the chapter number 3. If you have any questions, any doubt regarding chapter number 2, please put in the comment section. Our team will be happy to answer that. If you want, you can also support us on Patreon, which is an open source forum for the support of YouTubers, content creators, and you can support over there with as low as $1 to us. And if you like our video, please share it with your friends and tell us in the comment section as well, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. We wish you very happy landing, and until the next video, take care, have a nice day, bye.